Let's talk about asteroids and planetoids. There's a huge distance if you travel from Mars to Jupiter, around 550 million kilometers. This gap is filled by millions of tiny planets which are called as asteroids or planetoids. These asteroids are the remnants or the broken pieces of planets and other celestial bodies in the solar system which was formed around 4.6 million years ago. They are also called as minor planets. Out of all the asteroids, Ceres is the largest. It has a diameter of about 768 kilometers. Another asteroid is Hermes, which is a very hazardous asteroid and also passed across the Earth twice the distance of the Moon. The size is around 1.6 kilometers in diameter. So asteroids are basically the remnants or the broken pieces of the planets which have got exploded, or maybe they are the planets which have not been formed yet, or they have stopped formation in the process. It was feared at one time that this belt of asteroid would actually be very hazardous for space travel. Outer planets. Outer planets are the planets which are much larger than the Earth. They are about 11, 9 as well as 4 times larger than the diameter of the Earth. They include planets which are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Jupiter is the largest planet of our solar system. It is of 1300 times larger than the Earth, as well as 300 times as heavy as the Earth. Jupiter is nearly 780 million kilometers away from the Sun. One special feature of this planet is its Great Red Spot. This Great Red Spot is around 30,000 kilometers long and 13 kilometers wide. The size of the Great Red Spot is around the size of 2 Earths. This Great Red Spot is a region of anticyclonic storms because this is a high pressure zone. Jupiter has got light and dark belts which are around its equator. The upper part of the cloud layers of Jupiter are composed of ammonia and methane, which are extremely poisonous gases. That is why Jupiter does not support any life. Hydrogen and helium are also present in Jupiter. Jupiter is the fastest rotating planet. It takes 10 hours to complete its rotation. Jupiter has got 13 satellites or moons which revolve around its orbit. 4 of them are roughly the size of our own moon. Ganymede is the largest among all the satellites of Jupiter. Saturn is the 6th planet from the Sun and also the 2nd largest in the solar system. It is 9 times larger than the Earth. It can also be seen by naked eye. It somewhat resembles Jupiter except that it is smaller in size and also it has got rings around it. It is the most beautiful object in the sky. The rings are composed of millions of small bits of rocks and dust, and scientists believe that there must be a satellite or a moon that have disintegrated and formed the rings. There are 10 satellites of Saturn that revolve around it outside the rings. Amongst all the satellites, Titan is the largest. And Titan is the largest among all the satellites of any other planet. Uranus and Neptune, they are the remotest of all the other planets of the solar system. That is, they are the farthest away from the solar system. Uranus takes 84 years to revolve around the Sun. And also it is tilted at its axis at 98 degrees. So it is almost completely tilted. Uranus has got 5 known satellites. Since the Uranus is almost completely tilted on its axis, it takes 42 years for its north pole to get sunlight and similarly 42 years for the south pole to get sunlight. Neptune is the farthest of all the planets in the solar system. It appears blue in color. It has got 2 satellites. and it takes 165 years to complete its travel around the Sun. As the Sun is very far from Neptune, therefore, the Sun appears to be like Venus on the sky of Neptune. Neptune has got no air, as well as it's very dark and dim and desolate, and does not support any life. Apart from the planets, there are other celestial bodies like a comet. Comets are basically heavenly bodies that have got a very large or long tail. The main body of a comet consists of icy particles and of gas and meteoric fragments or rocks. This is called as the head of a comet, which is the brightest portion of a comet. It also has got a very long tail which extends millions of kilometers and is always facing away from the Sun. This is made up of dust and gases. Comets also revolve around the Sun on its elongated or elliptical orbits. A very famous comet called the Halley's Comet. This comet comes towards the vicinity or closest to the Earth after every 75 years. So a single person can observe Halley's Comet only twice in a lifetime. Halley's Comet was last seen in 1986 and will again come back in 2061. Sometimes we talk about shooting stars. That means we are talking about meteors. Meteors are not exactly stars. They are believed to have come from various celestial bodies. They are the broken fragments. Scientists believe that they are the broken pieces of rocks which have come from the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Sometimes they also appear to be like a comet which has got a tail. Meteors, they enter into the Earth's atmosphere with such a lot of speed that it generates a lot of heat due to friction, and it causes the meteor to burn and to vaporize. Since they burn as they meet the different layers of atmosphere, they do not cause any kind of great damage to the Earth's surface. Sometimes the meteor fragments are large enough and they do not burn very easily and reach the ground surface. They are called as meteorites. In Arizona, USA, there has been a great crater or a very huge crater which is formed by a meteor. This crater is called as Winslow's meteor crater. It is around 1.5 kilometers across and 180 meters deep. Scientists believe that this meteorite had struck the Earth in the prehistoric times. There has been a great Siberian meteor also in the year 1908, which reached the Earth and exploded so violently that the trees around it, around 50 kilometers from the area, got impacted and burned. This is called as Tunguska region of Siberia. If it would have been a modern city, then the entire city would have got destructed like an atomic bomb blast.